Portland Timbers are shut out for the first time in 2025 after a 2-0 loss at Geodis Park, about 2,400 miles away from the stadium behind me. It was a disappointing night with a few bright spots, and Phil Neville highlighted the issues with the back line early in the game.
Problem in the first half was more the back line, was more our defensive actions. I think we were probably lucky to be 1-0 at half time, but with 30 seconds to go before half time, we should have just managed the game well and got in at half time and survived what was two brilliant saves from Jimmy and the penalty.
Saturday night was the first time Portland has ever lost to Nashville SC. It was their fifth all-time meeting. Coming into the match at Geodis, Portland had 2 wins and 2 draws, including a 4-1 drubbing over Nashville SC at the stadium behind me. But tonight, it was all Nashville and all early, bringing up bad memories of 2024 when they would start games on the road very slowly. In fact, 6 times last year, they conceded in the first 15 minutes of an MLS road game. And while they didn't concede early, they allowed golden opportunities with balls over the top.
You probably think that the team's going to open you up with great play, and it just seemed like straight balls over the top was causing us a lot of problems in the first half, and that for me was more concentration and defending how you should be defending. I think 3 long balls over the top in the first 10 minutes caused us problems, and I think that made us nervous at the back. So that bit I wasn't pleased with.
A bright spot today was Timbers goalkeeper James Pantemis. After pitching a clean sheet against Austin FC last week, he became the 6th goalkeeper in MLS history to stop 2 PKs in a game, doing both so in the first 25 minutes against Nashville SC, both against their DP forwards, Hani Mukhtar early on, and then Sam Surridge a few moments after that.
MLS penalties, this for a hat-trick, this for Surridge. Can he score? He can't! It's another save! Pantemis, incredible!
A bit of a mind game. I think it was probably the first time in my career that I had to have 2 in one game. Never easy, obviously. I see it as a little bit of luck and a little bit of just trying to read players. Obviously, we try and study, but these guys could go both ways. And ultimately, for me, I was just trying to read the body shape, and then the second one was more just feeling and mental. And I said to myself, let me just go. Why not?
The Timbers were seconds away from going into the halftime locker room with a 0-0 scoreline, something that would have benefited them. But right back, Andy Nahar scored his first ever goal for Nashville SC, and that sparked plenty of changes in the Timbers lineup. They went from the 3-4-3 and went back to the 4-2-3-1, the preferred formation from 2024.
In a back, when we play a back 5 and we have our 3 center backs in possession, I'm a little bit more on the left of them to get the ball and be able to outlet. And when we're in a back 4, I'll be in the middle of the 2 center backs. So in terms of possession, that's the biggest difference for me, just finding my positioning, which is not that big of a deal because we work on it. It just goes to show that we're able to be versatile as a team. And on the defensive side, I think it doesn't change much again for me. It's more for the center backs. Do they have to drop in with, let's say, Surridge or Mukhtar, knowing that you have one less now in the back to protect you? So that's a decision for them. And again, comes from me too, the communication.
The Timbers struggled with ball progression today. Too many times they were caught out in possession, exiting their defensive third, or just getting dispossessed in the middle third. It's an issue that will need to be resolved next Sunday when they host the defending MLS Cup champions, LA Galaxy, at the stadium just behind me.
We said at the start of the season, we've at this moment in time, we've got 40 goals out of the team. So we need to find other ways of scoring and other ways of being creative, and that's the challenge ahead of us.
Of course, a result that nobody wanted, but let me know your thoughts on the Timbers' performance at Geodis Park tonight.